Hi there, thanks for joining me. I have a few books that I'm going to be putting into my Etsy shop later on today. I'm going to do a quick flip through here because I'm only going to post one photo for the listing. So if you're here to see your book, you're going to have to watch this video, and whatever book it is, if you're interested in it, it will be in this. This is you're on the right link, and just wait and your book will show up. I'll try to put the time stamps down below so that you can go directly to it. These are books that I thought I would be making journals from, and I don't think it's going to happen. I've made a few. Three of them are Better Homes and Gardens binder books, and one is another book. And I may have a few more books as I go through, as I look through my shelves here that I might also be putting up for sale. It's a tricky thing for me in Canada selling books online, just books, and not as a completed junk journal, because the shipping costs about as much as what the value of these books are. Please know I've done my research. I have researched on Etsy, on Amazon, for their used books, and on eBay. And the prices for the books that I'm selling are all over the place. So I'm listing them for what, for me, the value would be to sell them. And if they sit there in the shop forever, that's fine too. But I'm going to put them there. I thought you might be interested in case it is a journal that you thought you might have a bit of fun with and make your own junk journal from. Maybe you've been looking for one of these books, but you're probably going to notice that the shipping itself probably costs about as much as because I offer what's called free shipping, I bundle it together and I estimate myself what the shipping will cost me, because shipping is more than just the postage. It's the box. It's the time that it takes to get it safely into a box so that it can travel safely and arrive in good condition. It is the packing tape that's involved in it. It can even come down to fresh batteries for my weigh scale. I have a business account with Canada Post, so think about it. There's a little bit of my internet that is, all these things play into shipping costs. So I consider a flat rate of what I consider shipping, unlike some other people and how they do it. And we are allowed to do this. And it's how I find it easiest to do, and most cost effective for me and for the people who purchase. So when you see the price listed, and this will only be for North America, I can't ship these worldwide. My apologies to my friends around the world. These books will only be available for either Canada or the US. The first one that is available is, let me come back a bit. Oh, come on. Hold on. That's better. So, is the Better Homes and Garden new cookbook. This one is the 1968 edition. So these journals are going as is. This one's nice. Quite often the spine is faded because they've been on some housewife's shelf in her kitchen for decades. I mean, this is vintage 1968, which breaks my heart. That makes me vintage, but I'm not an antique yet. I'm only vintage. This one is in a little bit well-used shape, I would say, well-loved. It's the way a cookbook, I think, should look. The lady or gentleman who used this. You can tell that this was well loved and well referred to. Apparently this edition is the one, in doing my research, that has the good lasagna recipe in it. That one woman had said. But I want to be honest. There are a few little things. This is very easy to repair. You just simply glue it back together again. But I will not be doing that for you. But that's very easy for you to fix. And as far as I know, it certainly appears to me to be completely there, shy of me counting every single page, which I'm not going to do. It has the lovely front and inside covers, and these, you'd be amazed at what you can turn these type of books into. I literally turned one into a Christmas journal, a Christmas keepsake journal one year, and was able to put a Norman Rockwell print right on here that I was able to use. The red and white and black played right into the beautiful Norman Rockwell print of the family that were arriving at the grandparents' house on the cover. I really love how that book turned out. And so this one will be in my Etsy shop, as I said, probably later on today. So 1968, in fair condition, but certainly I would say excellent condition for making a junk journal out of. But you know me and what I will turn into a junk journal. I often will prefer a book with character over something that's pristine. But someone who's looking for a pristine one may prefer pristine simply because they want to actually use it as a cookbook. And this one might be your better option for if that's what you're looking for. And believe it or not, it's an older book. So I think this might have been, I always like to imagine who the other owner was. Again, the spine is not faded. Quite often I find these and the spines are faded and they're pink and very pale blue here instead of black. And they don't match the front or the back cover at all. But this one is in really, really lovely shape. And this is the 1962 edition. And it's even still got the acetate cover on it. It has the original owner's name right there with a Dymo label. It says Sister Herbert. So I don't know whether it was one of those churches where they call each other brother and sister. I used to belong to one of those. And it has in it the year 1962 down here. So this one actually has the year in it, whereas the 1968 one, I had to look it up to find out that this was the 1968 edition. This one is in lovely condition. I don't think Sister Herbert used it. She might have, maybe she won it. Maybe she got it for good attendance. Who knows? And maybe Sister Herbert was such a good cook, she probably thought, I don't need those recipes. I have my own. I cook with my mother's. The only thing I can see here with Sister Herbert's is there's a little bit, there must have been some tape along here that seems to have lifted a little bit. That's nothing that either a bit of yellow watercolor, that's usually what I would go in with. I'd match up the yellow and just cover that up, or washi tape, and you're good to go with this. It's just in really, really good condition. And if you've watched any of my journals that I've created from these, because they usually do not become cookbooks, they become other books. I literally completely cover these dividers and use them for different things. But aren't the illustrations just beautiful? They're just, these are a lot of fun to turn into a junk journal. So they're really, look at that, for a Christmas journal. See what I mean? How even just using this page and putting it on the cover, you can turn it into a Christmas journal, maybe for your own Christmas recipes that you want to keep for your grandchildren, because the title will still be on the spine. So this is the 1962 one that I would say is in very good condition. And then I have this one that's so pretty, but I really do not think I will be using it. This is the garden one, and this is my favorite cover of the garden one. So when I found this, I actually gasped and was so excited about it. The spine, again, is lovely. It's not faded. And this is from 1974. So again, it's still, I believe they consider that vintage. And it says right on the front here, 1974. So you've got your date there. And it, again, is in very nice condition. And you can do all kinds of fun things. One thing I did when I made a journal was I used the really pretty color photos and used them to cover up the dividers so that they could be turned into something else, whether it was my own desk book, which I should show you, so it'll give you a little idea, because I don't have the ones I sold. Hold on. Here's mine. I call it my desk book because I empty it out every December 31st and start again January 1st, and I have to make sure that I don't have anything that's going to show up, but I was looking for that. I got a Starbucks gift card from a lovely person who came over, and I just started handing her things. And I've just filled it with things. See how I made... Oh, I want you. See, this worked out well. I want you. You shouldn't be in there. There we go. I used acetate to sew pockets on, and then what I did was I inked around the acetate so that you can see where it fits in. And just added fun things. This is an envelope where I keep all my receipts for when it's tax purpose time. And a few of these things I just are fun for me. You know me, I love robins, so there's a robin there. Nancy sent me a recipe for martinis, which of course is cute because, come on, I know if anyone knows how to mix up a good martini, it's me. And although this isn't my original engagement ring, I keep that one safe over here. It reminds me of the day we got engaged. And I think this was from Nancy as well, because I've always got overalls on. And I just loved him. And I glued that on. It says, "Your hidden creative talents will soon be revealed." So that was address labels. Just fun things that I've liked to save. Secrets. Oh, these are invoices from journals I've sold this year. Anyhow, so I call this my desk book. And So that's what see what I mean? It doesn't have to be a cookbook that you turn your Better Homes and Gardens book into. It can become something completely different. And this was a really new one because it's even got plastic around here. I actually sanded it down and inked it to make it look a little bit more worn than it looked, because it looked really shiny, brand new when I was working with it, because I didn't want to use one of the good vintage ones for myself. So that gives you a little idea of what you can do with these books. So again, this one is 1974, so still vintage, in lovely condition. And again, I think you could have a lot of fun with this. Doesn't have to necessarily be garden books, because you can cover that with something new and just enjoy that beautiful artwork that's there, because the spine will still tell you what the book originally was. I never mind covering up the title on the front of a book if the spine will still remind me of what the book originally was. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? These are so pretty. Really, really nice. And then I have so many of these, and this one has not been cut into. This one's from 1969, but it's a reprint of the 1908 Sears Roebuck catalog. Now, the reason why this one is good is you can order these on Amazon, but the newer ones are now printed on bright snow white paper. Like, I'm talking this kind of white. And now that I can see white, since I've had my cataract surgery, see what I mean? This looks like the actual old Sears catalogs. So these just look more legit when they're in your junk journal. And one of these books will last you for your whole junk journaling career. They literally, there was nothing that Sears didn't sell that you won't find in this book. It's they sold everything. So this I will be listing this again and again. When you see the price that I list them at, know that I have incorporated the shipping charges into the price that you see as the full price, and that it's pretty well half of that is what the shipping is. It's just it's not that cost efficient for Canadians to sell books online as it is for other countries. But I know how precious these kind of books can be, and how hard they can be to find. And trust me, I forget which one of these I saw. They wanted $80 for it. But I've also saw a few that were in horrible, abysmal shape that they wanted $14 for, but then they wanted $52 for the shipping. And that's what I mean by the pricing was just all over the place when I tried to make a fair decision on what to charge for these books. So if you think that any of these books appeal to you and you want to try your hand at making a junk journal from Better Homes and Gardens binder book, or else you want as part of your cutting supply books. I have a few shelves here that I just call cutters, because they're books that I use to fill my junk journals with. This is just a marvelous addition to your ephemera stock, is to get the 1908 Sears Roebuck catalog reprint. So there you go. So these will be showing up, as I said, in my Etsy shop. a little later today. And if you're interested, go take a look. And if not, I don't mind if they just sit there too, because I'm taking my time and making sure that I'm taking photos of all my... I never took the time to keep all the photos because photos took up space in my phone, in the memory. I should have had a memory card in my phone for all these years, and I didn't. I would just click delete to give myself more room inside my phone. So fortunately, they are all still in the history in my Etsy shop, and I'm just slowly, I try and do a few every day and copy image my photos from my books that I have made in the past so that I can have a record of them. So thanks for joining me here today. And as I said, head on over. The link will be down below, and they should show up a little later today. I'll put a post in my Instagram, on my Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. And I will also update in the comments section as soon as I know what time they will be showing up on Etsy. Thanks for joining me. It was short and sweet. And we will be getting together soon because I've got an amazing, amazing haul. My bestie, I can't call it happy mail. It didn't come in the mail. It was more like a happy, open your car, I've got some things to shove in it kind of thing. And she just literally started putting bags of really cool stuff in my car. The woman spoils me rotten. All right, I'm off. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll be talking soon. Take care. Say hi down below. I'll say hi back.